ion and the dipole molecules. Like we can consider this is about the ion dipole interactions, and mostly a very important point, these ion dipole interactions will observe mostly in aqueous solutions. Aqueous solutions of ionic substances. Again, suppose sugar is there, sugar dissolves, but sugar won't dissociate into ion like that. Also, sugar syrup also aqueous solution only, but that is not come under ion dipole interactions. So, NaCl in water, NaCl dissociates, it forms the ions. Such type comes under the ion dipole interactions. Again, sugar in the water, that is also aqueous solution, but not come under the ion dipole interaction like. Here, next type of interactions are fifth type of interactions we are going to study. That fifth type of interactions are ion induced dipole forces. Here, in the previous we studied ion dipole interactions, but that is nothing but between ion and the dipole. Here we are going to study in the ion and induced dipole. Ion and induced dipole, that is nothing but the molecule in general it doesn't have a polarity. Induced dipole, we created the polarity on that molecule, and then the interactions between that ion and induced dipole molecules we have to consider. So these are the interactions between a non-polar molecule polarized by an ion nearer to it. Yes, induced dipole is nothing but a non-polar molecule. Here, first point, the non-polar molecule induced by the ion which near to it. It is the ion induced dipole interactions. The strength of these forces depends on charge of the ion, and also here the non-polar molecule will get polarized by the ion. Ion is nothing but it will have some polarity. So these interactions is nothing but ion bit and the induced dipole molecules. The non-polar molecule induced by the ion which is near to it, and also the strength of this ion and induced dipole forces. The strength of these forces will depends upon the polarity of the ion. That is nothing but the strength of these forces depends upon the strength, that is nothing but the charge of the ion, and also the ease, that is nothing but how easily that non-polar molecule get induced. So that the strength of this ion induced dipole depends upon the charge of the ion, and also the easily to forms the ion get polarized by that induced dipole. So I can take one example, I2 and NO3 minus. Here charge is -1 to this radical, and I2 is a non-polar molecule. So here the ion and induced dipole interactions we can observe between the I2 and NO3 minus. That ion and induced dipole will be, because of this NO3 minus, I2 also will get the dipole. That is nothing but it will get the some polarity. It depends on two factors. First one is the charge of the ion, and second one is this I2 how much it has an interest to get the polarity. So these two are the factors about the ion and induced dipole molecules. The definition for ion and induced dipole is nothing but the non-polar molecule induced by the ion which is near to it, and the strength of the forces forming between this ion and the strength of the forces formed between these depends upon the charge of the ion. So the strength depends upon the charge of the ion, and the ease of the non-polar molecule gets the polarizability. So this is called ion or induced dipole. So next type is nothing but hydrogen bond, that is ion induced, like we have completed induced dipole. So here the next type we are considering as the hydrogen bond. So generally what is the hydrogen bond? We can write the energy of hydrogen bond varies between 10 to 100 kilojoules per mole. Hydrogen bond is nothing but this is also interaction. The interaction between the hydrogen and highly electronegative element. So HCl, HF, NH3, H2O, all these, oxygen is highly electronegative than hydrogen. So hydrogen and these interactions between the hydrogen and highly electronegative element will forms this hydrogen bond. So the energy varies between this hydrogen bond is nothing but 10 to 100 kilojoules per mole, we can consider kilojoules. And also these hydrogen bonds are very powerful forces in determining the structure and properties of many compounds, that already we know. So these are very important, hydrogen bonding. And also the strength of this hydrogen bond depends upon the electronegativity difference between the hydrogen and highly electronegative element. That is what I said. CH2, HF. Here fluorine is highly electronegative element and hydrogen. So the interactions between that highly electronegative element and the hydrogen. So hydrogen, this is called hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding represents with the dotted line, and the energy of this hydrogen bonding between the 10 to 100 kilojoules per mole. And also the interactions of the even, that is nothing but the strength of the interactions in the hydrogen bond depends upon the electronegativity difference and the hydrogen bond. Fluorine is highly electronegative in the periodic table, so it will have a more strength of the hydrogen bond forms over here. This is about the 6 types of the intermolecular forces. The 6 types of intermolecular forces we have studied. What we have studied, once I'll revise. The first one is London forces or dispersion forces, and the second one is the dipole interactions. Third one is dipole and induced dipole forces we completed. Fourth one is ion dipole interactions. Fourth one, ion dipole interactions. Fifth one is ion and induced dipole, and sixth one, induced dipole or hydrogen bonding also we studied. So these are the 6 types of intermolecular forces we can observe generally between in the solids or liquids or in the gases, like we can consider. Generally here we will explain based on the solids and gases. Liquids they will have again we'll study gaseous state, liquid state and solid state separately. So we are going to start I am going to start the gaseous state in the states of matter. So now come to in the states of matter, the first one is the gaseous state. So in this gaseous state, here we are going to study this matter. States of matter in matter exists in different types. Majorly we know that is 3 types. First one is the solid state, second one is liquid state, and third one is the gaseous state. Here 2 more states also existing. The fourth state of matter is the plasma state, and fifth state of matter is super cold state. This super cold state is also known as Bose-Einstein condensate state. This is known as Bose-Einstein condensate state. So solid state, liquid state, gaseous state already we know, and plasma state and super cold state. What is meant by plasma state? The plasma state consists of mixture of electrons and positively charged ions. Positively charged ions is nothing but this plasma state we can observe clearly between the electrons and the positively charged ions. Na plus, Ca2 plus, aluminium 3 plus, these are the positively charged ions. And also see electrons. The electron cloud will be formed through the positively charged ions. Examples we can take Na plus and K plus we can take aluminum 3 plus. All these are the ions. These positively charged ions will be surrounded by the electrons. In at which atmosphere is very important, due to the superheating of the gaseous state. So the gaseous molecules on superheating, the positively charged ions will be surrounded by the electrons. So such type of state is said to be plasma state. This type of state we can observe between the sun and the stars at very high temperature. Sun nearer by the atmosphere is highly temperature, means superheated state, very temperature. Then stars will be surrounded by the sun. So stars here we have to consider as the electrons, and sun we have to consider as the positively charged ions. So this type of state is said to be plasma state. Once again I will define what is plasma state. Plasma state consists of a mixture of electrons and positively charged ions, and these positively charged ions are formed due to superheating of the gases, superheating of the gaseous state. And this example, this state of matter we can observe in between the sun and the stars at very high temperatures. So this is the electrons and positively charged ions. Also general ions means I given the example, but these are in the gaseous state we have to observe. Plasma state consists of a electrons and positively charged ions formed due to the superheated gaseous state, that is called plasma state. And next one is supercooled state or Bose-Einstein condensate state. This state of matter consists of solids in which atoms lose their individual identity and condense to form a single super atom. This supercooled is nothing, or Bose-Einstein condensate state is nothing but, so here the molecules or the atoms or the ions, they lose their identity to form a super atom. So this supercooled state we can observe solid in which atoms lose their individual identity and condense to form a single super atom like. So this is said to be the supercooled state. So total 5 states are existing: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, plasma state and supercooled state, Bose-Einstein condensate state also we can say here. So I am taking the gaseous state. So this gaseous state, we'll study gaseous state. I'll go for the what is the gas and what are the properties of the gases like gaseous state. So here properties of gases. Properties of the gases. So what is the property of the gases? Gases have neither definite shape nor definite volume. We know that no shape, no volume, and the distance between the molecules is very high, and the forces of attraction between them is very less. The next point we can say the volume of the gas will be equals to the volume of the container in which it is present. That is what. So here we consider the gases for volume only. Here the volume, it takes the container's volume. How much the capacity of the container will have, that will takes that much volume like. And also the forces, the volume of gas depends on its temperature and pressure. Here the volume depends on the temperature and pressure over here. So no shape and no volume they have, and also the volume depends upon the temperature and pressure. And also here the forces of intermolecular forces of attractions in the gases is very low. Why very low is nothing but the will be present. See, if it is a gas, the molecules will be here and over there. So the forces, intermolecular forces of the gases is very low, and forces is very low. And also we can say the distances in the distances between the molecules is very high. So we can write like this: intermolecular forces of the gases is very low and distance between the molecules is very high. between the molecules is very high. So first one is there is no shape and volume. The volume of the molecule, the volume of the gases depends on its temperature and pressure, and also intermolecular forces of attraction is very low, and the distance between the molecules is very high. And also here the molecules of a gas moves with high velocities. High velocities, because if we spray the scent bottle, that spreads into the room very speed, and also any gas leakages happens, that gas leaks and that smell we absorb very rapidly into the other rooms. So the gas spreads, the molecules in the gases will spreads very easily and very fast. Also the gravitational forces have least influence on the velocities of gas molecules, because the gravitational forces won't resist to stop the smell. That is nothing but to stop the spreading of the molecules in the gases. So gases will spread very easily. No gravitational force effects on the gases, molecules in the gases we can consider. And gases intermix with each other and forms homogeneous mixtures also. And the gases molecules will intermix with each other, and they'll form a homogeneous mixtures like. So they'll mix each other because the gaps are there between the molecules, and the molecule can come and fit into that gaps. So they'll form the homogeneous mixtures like. Here the gases, and one more very important point here, that is the gases can undergo any expansion and compression. Gases undergo compression, that's why we are fitting the gases into the cylinders under high pressure, so they will be compressible. So because of this property, gases we are fitting into any vessel or any container, closed containers, they are filling the gases. So very important property of the gas is nothing but they can be fit into any container, and the volume of the container will gives the volume of the gas. The volume of container will be equals to the volume of the gas molecules like we can consider. So the gases intermix with each other to form homogeneous mixtures. And one more very important point here, it is the gases can fit, that is nothing but gases can undergo expansion or compression. Here this expansion compression depends upon the property of the diffusion. What is meant by diffusion and what is meant by effusion, again we'll study here the diffusion or effusion of the properties, rates of diffusion or rates of effusion, like we'll study in the further classes. So properties of the gases, first property, no shape, no volume, and also volume of the container will be equals to the volume of the gas, and also volume depends upon the temperature and pressure, and also the intermolecular forces of interactions are very low, and the distance between the molecules is very high. And one more important, gases undergoes the expansion and the compression, and also the gases can the gases will be distance between the molecules. So these are the properties of the gases like we can consider. Here some more properties we have, that is nothing but the what is STP and NTP conditions like. That is very important to know that STP and NTP conditions in the gas state. STP is nothing but standard temperature and pressure. NTP is the normal temperature and pressure. Both STP and NTP will give the same values. What is STP and what is NTP? Let us see what are the values of the pressure, temperature and volume. In the states of matter, while considering volume, temperature and pressure, we will consider these three values are fixed at STP and NTP. That's why they are calling us the standard temperature and pressure conditions like. Let us see what is STP or NTP. So STP and NTP conditions. STP is nothing but standard temperature and pressure conditions, and normal temperature and pressure conditions we can consider. The standard temperature and pressure conditions is nothing but pressure how much, temperature how much, and volume how much. The value is fixed. The temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. That is nothing but you have to add with 273 Kelvin. So it will be 273 Kelvin or 0 degrees Celsius is the standard temperature will be maintained. And also pressure 1 bar or 1 atmosphere. 1 bar or 1 atmosphere. This 1 bar or 1 atmosphere in pascals, if you consider, it is 10 pascals. And also pressure, temperature. These are the normal temperature and pressure conditions. The volume will be the absolute volume. The volume we consider as the 22.4 liters. 22.4 liter. This is the standard temperature and normal temperature and pressure conditions. Temperature 0 degrees Celsius, if you want to consider in the kelvins, we should add into 273 Kelvin. And pressure bar and atmosphere bar, 1 atmosphere will be 0.987 bars. That's why we can consider 1 bar equal to 1 atmosphere, which is equals to 10 to the power of 5 pascals, and volume will be 22.4 liters. That volume only recently they considered as the 22.7 liters, but we consider here 22.4 liters. Again, that one we study in the measurable properties of the gases. Like, once have a look over this. And here one more important point is diffusion. What is meant by diffusion? This diffusion is also very important to know, that is diffusion. What is meant by diffusion? Diffusion is nothing but gases can expand freely into the space available to them. That's why that is what, there is no intermolecular forces of attraction between the molecules. Due to that property, diffusion is very easy, that gases can expand freely into the atmosphere. This property is known as diffusion of the gases. Gases molecules can occupy 0.1% of the volume into the container under normal conditions. Normal conditions is nothing but temperature and pressure conditions. So this is the diffusion. Diffusion is nothing but spreading of the gas molecules into the atmosphere. That is called diffusion property. So this is about the states of matter. Today we have discussed the intermolecular forces of attraction, 6 types, and also what is meant by gases properties, and what is the STP and NTP conditions, and what is the diffusion. In my next class I will start with the measurable properties and the different gas laws we will study. Okay, thank you.